Hello, hello, I am Rangru.
And I'm Graham.
Here today have another 1v1 from Wargame Bootcamp Discord Rookie Tournament. We are on a bowl of punching, who's punching out?
So today, Rang, in the left, in the blue, we have Ebon Legatus. I have to come up with how I want to talk about him today. But he's playing as Eurocore, and then on the right, we have Combine playing as Entente, and both are unspec'd.
Pretty, top tier deck picks here. Should just
Yeah,
be a pretty standard brawl.
yeah, I imagine. They're both, extremely common. They're both rated at the very top, like as you said, in the games in terms of like competitive relevancy. We can already see there, yeah, look at us unloading some of his infantry. Oh, he's opened up with the Commando Marines, trying to take the town, but the Patabranchi beat them there to it. Ooh, the poor Hera Ring, he's going down. It's like, it's Hera down.
Hera down. Not as hot as Black Hawk down, but it's more like the Eastern European knockoff.
Yeah, you'll be able to get it from like direct home to video for $5 at the dollar store. With a really bad dub over.
Yeah. Terrible, like, spliced quality.
The CGI is not the best. We see here these poor Commando Marines. They are pushing in the open. Raw weight of numbers might... No, they're just going to get stunned and panicked right there. Patabranchi. I'm going to say them being 30, because they might be able to outright just kind of overpower it, but the cost is brutal here so far.
Yeah, and because one squad is going to get plapped, they're going to lose a lot of firepower here, so...
Yeah.
Really shows being in cover goes a long way. Also having bombs. Bombs are also a good way to stop a people.
Oh, but he missed.
Oh!
Yeah, he missed. He fire positioned it a little bit too far to the rear because he was able to jump in from that forest position into the, he kind of teleported in there. So now this isn't quite as bad because I thought he might lose both squads. And he should be able to get the spat right there. Yeah, he does.
Actually turned into a pretty good trade, losing just one squad to
Yeah,
get
one
that
for
position and killed quite a decent amount, so not bad at all. If you actually take a look up north here, I think this is where majority of the action is going to be happening. As we're seeing Mr. Legatus, he's got 2 Roland Frees off the bat. The Tiger 2 doing some...
And a Mistral.
Recon. Oh, and a Mistral, yeah. He's got decent anti-air. Leo 17 get out.
Yeah, I mean, if he evacs now, he should be fine. But you're correct. We see Vabs right there pushing up forward. The M8 Greyhound straight out of SD2 rolling up right there, trying to put a stop to it. But he's going to run into Legion 90, which I think will be unfortunate for him.
Oh yeah, the Yugos do get bloody M8s because it's always the classic Norwegian run. But no, the Greyhound lives on still.
Greyhound confirmed OP, killing 2 Legion 90 members right there. All that years of elite training to die to a World War II vehicle in the jungles of some Southeast Asian country.
Yeah, truly a weird place.
Yeah, and the Vabs here trying to hit the Mechanovas as they push across in the open, but the M84AN has pushed up here. Yeah, and he's going to do some pretty nasty damage to Commander Marine. Legatus is going to pull that back. Yeah, more Mechanovas. I mean, Combine's going to want to reinforce up North Rang. I mean, he does have his bomber coming in here, but as we saw earlier, he did kind of miss his initial bombing run. And there's a ton of reservists pushing up here with the AMX-13 spam.
Yeah, I guess the one real problem here for Ebon with his push, he doesn't have a whole lot of ground-based CT or really tanks in general. There we go, the Roland making their presence definitely felt. Didn't really do that much at bombing run.
No, once again, it wasn't the greatest run. I think it finishes off the already almost dead squad. So it's not like that's not worth the loss of the aircraft there, which pretty much really didn't accomplish anything for the price that you get it at. We do see the M84. It's still staying along the backside. He's got to respect the Tiger 2 up there, though it has used up all of its hot 2s. So it kind of could be a little more aggressive with it if he wanted.
We're seeing the Tiger is pulling back. We've got another Yugo helicopter with those Plamen rockets ready to try and plug this little infantry push here. But just through sheer rate of numbers, I think Ebon is going to be able to get his way into that little village.
Yeah, and then back down south in Bravo, the helicopters were able to clean out the Commando Marines inside the town complex. So Legatus is basically cornered in that backside now.
And then far south, neither side really investing all that much in, the trap of Echo Fox. A little bit of proletary play pushing on through, but yeah, not really seeing anyone commit too heavily to this front.
Yeah, there's nothing too crazy. I mean, either side could make more, go down if they wanted to, because there's no real weight behind any of it. which was different than the last time we casted here, where there was a massive throwdown over there, which kind of cost the other one of the players the game. I think the game. So it's interesting to see both have decided, hey, the 2-point sectors is where I'm going to focus the majority of their resources. And we see right there that reservist push along with the Commando Marines does get foiled. The M84A and a big reason why.
Yeah, just that little bit of tank firepower can go a long way. Now, if the Tiger having to pull back, there wasn't really a whole lot he can do about the, Mirage tank of the M84.
Yeah, and he did clean up a lot of reservists, Commando Marine, and Legion 90 up there. So there's a lot of, French infantry that gets kind of wiped from the board as Combine's able to hold that. But he's being very aggressive with his M84 placement here. And there is more Legion 90 along with Commando Paras chilling in this forest line. And I get the M84AN is a little OP, but it's not going to just outright beat 2 Legion 90 squads in the forest.
Yeah, he is definitely going to get blapped in CQC if he rose up to that Legion. That seems like that's what's going to be happening here. Yeah, definitely a little bit too much of an overextension. He traded effectively, but it seems like he's going to lose that positioning.
He should back it out. He has no infantry in front of it, and the Sava pushing up as well. This is only AA piece up there, so he really doesn't want to lose that because you don't want that Eurocorps Air Force to really get into the fight at this point in the game here. That M84AN is playing with death.
Yeah, and same with M84. He's going to take another offensive approach, actually dropping in mortars to soften up the commandos. Legion 90s trying to snipe the Sava.
Dead.
Yeah, the M84, I think I've seen it was ATGMs come out the forest. It's going to do the smart play and try to back off, but it's really too late.
Yeah. Yeah, there was an opportunity to back him out of there, but he kind of doubled down on the aggressive approach. And that's just another situation where you really don't want to take your tanks and just kind of throw them into the forest line without any support whatsoever, because the lethality on a lot of this anti-tank weaponry for these infantry squads is just super high.
That's a Eurocorps of the Panzerfaust 3s, potential Legion 90s as we see.
Yeah.
It's very easy for your big, shiny, heavy tank to just get evaporated.
Yeah, and even the LRAC F1 has 19 AP.
Yeah.
So you show a little side armor right there, blap.
Tank gone.
Yeah, bye-bye armored vehicle. We do see some more the Spatbo 3 coming up here. I mean, he could use that to kill the VAB real quick. But other than that, it's pretty much chilled out. I mean, the Proletariat down in Echo are pushing up a little more, engaging the reservists. But there's no real power behind this push. He's just kind of taking the open space right now in Echo.
Yeah. Oh, and the VAB actually killed the Spat, and he's getting close towards the CV.
The VAB killed the Spat. What?
Yeah, there was AP and ambush tactics. And I think that CV is not going to be long in for this road. A very good sniper.
He's trying to strafe it with that L17. It got pretty close. It hit it. And the VAB's out of ammo now. But he gets the CV, which is all that matters. I mean, the VAB that could, which is that's really going to hurt Combine at this stage in the game, because this offensive in Charlie has really, it's lost all of its momentum. And now we see a +2 going in the favor of Legatus for probably the next couple minutes.
Yeah, I guess for Combine's favor, at least with Delta being cleared out, it's just more of a 50-50 stalemate. I mean, Bravo is not really in anyone's complete control, but he has definitely lost some valuable units in the past couple minutes, which does not bode well for him in the future, I would say.
Yeah, I don't think he has enough firepower right now to go back on the offensive in Charlie. It might be best to say, hey, I just need to hold Delta and maybe, lock up somewhere else on the map. Obviously, I'm a big proponent of you want to fight for the 2-point sector, but at some point, it gets kind of just obvious you've lost the ability to readily take it. And we don't have Krot here to show us the true mechanized ways of fighting in Wargame Red Dragon. Yeah,
and I guess really maybe Combine's best bet is just try to go for the Echo Foxtrot play. He's already got a decent setup here and already, so just defend up north, try to contest Bravo, and if he can just, secure both Echo and Foxtrot, it's a nice little +1.
Yeah, Echo and Foxtrot is, we talked about it last time. We were like, you really don't want to focus on it too much. But as the game unfolds, Rang, you kind of have just to adapt to what you're dealt. It's not always that situation. And I agree with you. Right now, maybe locking down Echo Foxtrot, because Bravo is just really hard from Legatus' perspective to really push into right now. It would take It took a lot of time, and it's choreographed. You'd see it, and so reservist spam here. You can stop that as on taunt pretty easily across the board. You have so much infantry that can just kind of deal with that. I mean, we see this BVP. Oh, the AMX-13 engaging in the open. Look how many times it takes to hit.
I know.
I think it's like 3 hits for it to die. 3 or 4.
But do you get the kill? No, I think it's just going to be coming down to the reservist spam to get into that forest. But he does need a little bit. Okay, he does have the fire spoil leopard. Tray 4 being brought up, and yeah, Combine doesn't have a whole lot down here. So it's probably going to come down to like another 50-50 split between Echo and Foxtrot, I would bet.
Yeah, because the reservist weight here. Oh, plus the 2A4. I didn't see that earlier. Yeah, there's a 2A4 here as well. So the Proletary 90 are nasty, but they're not that nasty.
Oh, it's like, if you look at the top right, it's like 2 Vabs going really the distance here in some, like, base cheese. Going across the mountains, are going to go down the road here and see if they actually manage to get to a Gulf, because that's a sneaky area.
Yeah, it is. I'm really curious to see if that actually goes down. Where at the same... Yeah. Oh, the Tiger ran out... What did the Tiger use all of its rockets on? That thing is a survivor. It's gone up and back now. This is its 2nd time coming back to the fob.
Yeah. Definitely getting his money's worth out of it.
Yeah, we see...
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. No, I was just saying it's pretty much static now.
Yeah,
we see the reservists are pushing into Echo here with some Vab, so I would assume that's Legion 90 going to go ahead and come with them. They're going to take that town. I mean, Echo doesn't, you know, a drug squad with no drugs, and then a Granissary kind of chilling in there. That's not really going to be able to stop this horde of infantry pushing forward. And it doesn't look like Combine's really reacting well to the threat in the southern portion of the map ring.
Yeah, it seems he's actually refocusing his efforts up north. He's got another recon stealth tank.
Oh, the Vab into Gaul, Frank.
Oh, there's another one. Gee, Dios mío. They're coming out all over the place like bloody termites.
Yeah, they're acting like they're in the fields, you know, the Sahara or something. They're just rolling around, and they're just pushing forward here. Honestly, this could do a ton of damage if he plays it right. I mean, killing the Sava or even messing with the fob, getting the supplies, all that's really annoying. I mean, he's going to have to go... He won't make it to the CV, but just the presence of that also, like, for players, is like, is there infantry in my backline now, right? Like, that just goes off in your head. He's getting for the fob. He should get the Caesar out after this and then kill the fob.
Yeah.
Well, he actually has the Caesar out.
There we go. This would be the perfect time to finish off. L17 trying to get another ammo explosion, but does lose line of sight. And then the Vab piece is trying to go the distance. Gamma 2 coming in, and yeah, he's going to get blapped. They did spot the fob.
He did spot the fob, yeah, and so killing the fob, though, he hasn't queued up any orders for his Caesar. I don't know when he bought that, which is, I think, kind of just shows that Legatus is kind of pretty far ahead, I think, in the KD right now. Because he has some units here that I'm just kind of like, when did he buy this? But and this has 0 negative impact on him on the battlefield.
Yeah, he hasn't really taken any major losses. He's lost some infantry here and there, like that northern push, but all the hardcore vehicles, Tiger, 2A4, being able to get Caesar, he's been able to amass up a pretty decent force. Just looking at this...
on the reinforcement road, engaging the transport that they drive across here, and that's nasty, and the Mechanovas, 4 men will survive. Wow, Eugen has a mechanic where men can survive the APCs?
What?
Getting destroyed? When did that happen, Ranger?
No way. No way. J22 trying to go in, but the 1390s being quite slippery and escape.
Yeah, and we can see here, like, especially with the collapse of the bottom side. Oh, he even got some nice supplies if he wants to. You can bring him in. I believe that's the Yugoslavian truck.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the FAP truck.
Yeah, the FAP truck.
From 2026.
Censor it, Rangru. The Greyhound here trying to just hold on. You know, once upon a time it killed a Tiger tank. Now he's gonna have to go ahead and try and kill a Leopard 2A4. And I just really don't think history's gonna repeat itself. No.
No, it's going to get blapped here.
Big rip.
Yeah, up in the center, we are seeing Combine making actually some headway into Charlie. Once again, those Legion 90s, the same ones from before, in a very good defensive position, and Combine just does not have the combined arms firepower. It's like, well, he had one IFV, but he has one infantry in it, one tank, one anti-aircraft piece. It's a little bit disparate.
It is, and he did buy an M91 VHOR, so that's going to go ahead and make its way up to Delta. It's just, it feels like it's a little late for the Super Heavy right now. Obviously, there's nothing dire, I would say, about his current position. It's just a +1 in favor of Legatus. But it's felt like ever since probably the 6-minute mark, Rangru, that the initiative has just continuously gone Legatus' way. And there's just nothing that right now that shows me Combine is able to, you know, kind of upset the balance.
Yeah, especially that VHOR buy, because up north, what he'd really need is just, you know, Mechanova spam to try to contest out Forest. And we're seeing the Legion 90 are going to push on through, blap in the Sava, and now the M84 is going to run for the hills.
They want another one. They had a taste of M84 earlier, and they decided they like it. They're adding it to the menu right now. Oh, they're trying to. He's trying to get away. The Eric's going out. Yeah, you can see it smack right into it there. Ooh, he's got to get... Will he be able to get away?
Smoke?
Yeah, Smoke would be clutch right now.
Ooh!
He does get it. Yeah, nice. He does ended up saving it right there. It's just down to 4 HP.
There we go. Manson to make that distance away from those rather deadly Arixes here. But yeah, he, like you said, he's not in a dire position. Like, he's not losing by a +2. It's just losing Foxtrot here. But he just does not have like a combined arms force anyway. He just needs to amass a big force of mainly a lot of infantry dudes. I mean, you got the bloody M60 PBs, which are fantastically cost-effective IFVs. Throw them into a push up north, it's just reservage and a couple infantry. He could make something happen.
Yeah, I also think on the flip side, Legatus can make something happen into Delta. I mean, there really isn't a lot. He could easily pull some infantry together, or even Bravo. You know what I mean? Like, there's multiple areas here. Like, Legatus has, if you zoom out, Rang, it's almost like he has just a giant, like, he's created his own little bowl, right? He's just sitting around or at least he's on top of the bowl, and Combine's in the bowl. You know, good for the French, they're on top this time. But it's kind of hard to see here from Combine. He's bringing up more infantry into Delta, but it doesn't look like there's any, like, offensive, you know, intent behind a lot of his moves so far.
Yeah, especially, like, trying to push through Delta, because it seems he just wanted to cut kind of across the middle here. Actually, I don't think that's terrible. It's only at really one Legion 90. There's not a whole lot of tanks nearby to stop him, but it does choreograph your attack quite easily. Oh, there's also that one Pedabranchi.
Yeah,
how the hell did he get here?
I don't know, and I thought he was going to move down towards the CV, but I was like, the Panther would probably see him anyways. He's just chilling there. I mean, he might snipe something, but eventually, like, the Panther alone is a death sentence for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's moving out a bit. I do like how he does have the machine gun turned off, not give Ray his position. But now he's going to run into the Commandos.
Yeah, Commando's going to end the Pedabranchi. I mean, the Pedabranchi, I think, will win that fight, right, Ring? They are, yeah, because it's Shock versus Elite right there. So the Pedabranchi will win it, but it does obviously say, hey, I've got infantry here in your backline. But the Panther is moving over, though, which is what I was, you know, kind of talking about, that the Panthers, you know, he's on the hunt for some infantry right now.
Mm-hmm. And a little bit of extra fire support goes a long way.
And the Milan 2 squad wins.
Woo.
Without firing us. Oh, they fired 40 rounds. Never mind.
That's 40 kills of all 40 rounds, obviously. Not a single miss like with Milan 2, because they never miss when I use him.
Your Milan 2s are just OP, Ring.
They are. I also just use hacks. It's pretty easy.
But you're a Milan 1 fanboy.
Yeah, you know, 10.8 EGMs are actually really good, Graham. They're cheap, cost-effective, they scare your opponent, and that's really all you need your ATGMs to do, is just scare your opponent.
No, I want the Milan 3. I want to kill my opponent.
Mm-hmm. With that 50% chance.
Hey, you watch yourself, Ringer.
I'll roll to the missile.
Because the missile knows where it is, right?
By knowing where it isn't?
Does that work for ATGMs? I assume it's the same.
I assume it's a similar
missile.
Yeah, but it's more point and clicky.
So
I could choose your own
Combine,
defensive game. Sorry.
I guess it can be. Combine does cap Bravo, so that does stop the tick right here. We're roughly at the halfway mark, and it kind of just seems like now. Well, he is bringing up a lot of infantry now into Delta, and smoke is being deployed into the valley. I'm surprised he's going the valley side again, knowing that the Legion 90 are there. But if he goes strong and fast right now, I think he could actually make some headway.
Yeah, he does have a lot of infantry, and Combine is reinforcing with lots of his own infantry as well. And it's always, a lot of it is just reserve hits, and there's not a whole lot of fire support. The Panther's going to get some very good rocket hits, but he can only influence the battle so much. So with Combine's ground-based fire support, if he can utilize that effectively, I think he has a decent chance of getting a foothold into Charlie.
I think so too. I mean, the Legion 90 are down now. The Tiger 2 is coming over. Where's his Praka at? He had a Praka. Oh, it's way back there still. So there's no AA up here to deal with the Tiger 2. And that could be a problem. He needs to be careful with that V-Horde because so much of his offensive weight is tied to that. And it gets smacked right there by a Hot 2. And that just, you know, I think that's where you can really see, like, where's the rookie aspect of the tournament right there. It's just, you know, it's a little too far away from the smoke, a little too aggressive. And that this push probably went in about a minute and a half too early. And I don't know if anything that was being brought in here by Legatus, you know, necessitated going in that fast.
Yeah, he just
Wait
needs
this long.
He really needs that anti-aircraft net. Because that's gonna, yeah, he's gonna need to get those fat trucks up to repair the V-Horde. Oh, he's actually, that's a bit optimistic, bruv. I don't think we're getting this Charlie CV anytime soon.
Yeah, it's the Jeep CV too. Whereas Legion 90 along with Vabs are pushing towards Golf once again, which is, I mean, the M84 should put an end to that, yeah. But that's an expensive tank that you're just using there to cover your base zone. Like, you want that M84 up at the front right now. He's kind of like trying to keep Legion 90 from doing backline shenanigans. Yeah. Honestly, he's getting a little bogged down right now. He's stuck in the valley right there. The Mechanovas are engaging reservists, but I think they'll maybe, I don't know who's going to win between those two. They might start throwing their helmets at each other.
And this, like, really, this Gulf push is kind of a huge pain, because we've got the Commando Marines. They can just easily push through the forest, and once you get into the end of that forest, right into Gulf, that's kind of an annoying fight to deal with. And it's not
on the Peace Shrine, going to go ahead and get the snipe on the MA4, and that's what I was really worried about. So the Peace Shrine card has now been shown, and it just takes out a really expensive, important vehicle for no gain right there. That's just not like a screening unit that you want for down there in Golf. There's no AA. That's been a kind of continuous theme for Combine. He just hasn't had a lot of it, and these helicopters have done some pretty nasty damage to him. Now, he does have a little bit up north here, but even the Praka is way at the back.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the Marder 2s being brought out. Pentagonal 90s as well. I mean, those V-Horde, the V-Horde, still only at half HP, has not brought up the bloody supply truck to resupply it. That's a bit of a rookie move, you could say.
Because you're pairing the Mechanovas, like, who cares what the Mechanova? Like, your M91 is what you need repaired here. Because he is gaining himself a little bit of ground, but it's taken too long. And now, as we've seen, Legatus has been able to, you know, identify that there's an issue, and he's bringing reinforcements. Like you said, Rang, it's the Marder 2s and the Panzer Grenadier 90s in that forest. You push any armored vehicle up there right now, and it's just asking for death.
Yep. And all Ebon has to do is just hold off his push, because he does have a whole lot going down south. The AMX-10, he's got smoke, he's even moved up Leopard Tray 4. I mean, even if he doesn't capture Gulf, but put pressure along the reinforcement road to the north,
yeah,
that's kind of game running, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this push alone, you know, might just be the death blow here to Combine. This AMX-10 going to push up. He's got infantry, like you said, Commander Marine. I mean, he does have, you know, some Plomins to kind of deal with this, which it might kill the AMX-10. No, okay, so, you know, he'll run out of ammo, I think. Close to 1 HP. But he could just detach one of those Flak Panzer Gepards and push that up there. You know, so there's, in any amount of resources you're spending, if you're Combine trying to defend your base zone, is just, you know, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah, I think it's really just going to come down to when, I guess, actually now is, because I think the V-Horde got blapped, yeah.
Dang, we missed the money shot.
We did, what a shame, what a shame.
It was all Rangru's fault, people. Rangru cost you guys the ultimate kill.
Because we were talking about golfing.
We were talking about golfing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not a fan of. I don't like to golf.
Same. I find it kind of boring.
I do too.
Yeah.
I can do mini golf. You know, you go do a little
That's
mini golf real
beers.
quick. Yes, yes, right. Yeah, it is beers. I concur with you there. Whereas golf now, I have heard golfing is a good time to engage in some alcoholic beverages as well, but it seems to me very expensive. Like
Yeah.
golfing's not cheap.
Especially when you take the golf cart. And you want to be like driving the golf cart beverage.
Yeah.
That's like the fun part of golfing, right?
Give me my keys.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, Combine's pretty much buggered. We can take us to a ×2 at 14:30.
Okay, we're going to the ×2, people.
I know. And right towards the end here, because... Oh, he's trying to get that CV into Charlie. Not the best play, and I think
He got it.
Yeah, okay, he's gonna pull back now.
Yeah, that Jeep is like, I want none of that smoke.
Understandable. Understandable. But no, it's just a pretty good... Yeah, one of them is a second lieutenant, the other guy is a private, which is kind of like the more rookie aspect of the rookie tournament. Because it's not... He wasn't playing terrible in regards to, like, losing, you know, a massive amount of territory quickly, but it was that slow attritional warfare, just those minor mistakes of moving the tanks up too much, not getting the repairs down, not having enough infantry to, you know, make that push happen, and really just not being able to make a proper combined arms push.
Really, Rangu, I'm gonna say what all the people are thinking. It's because Eurocore OP.
Of course. Of course. It's all the crazy infantry.
It's the
The
French.
AMX-10 with no stabilizers.
Oh, why is it? I saw the CV move and I was like, why isn't Delta gone away? This isn't Warno. But no, he has. That's the one that was meant for Charlie.
Yeah, and the Marder 2s are now pushing up into Delta, trying to find that CV.
They on the hunt right now, bro.
Yes.
Actually, I mean, pretty much everything can die right now. I mean, the Predabanshee are there with the Bumbar, so that is, you know, the Bumbar is McNasty. The J-22 on the hunt. But the oh, they get caught in the open right there by the Marder 2s.
Ooh.
They're going to get panicked, right? And that's massive. They should be able to outright win it here. Yeah, and that was the one big thing I'd say. Okay, so he did get more Proletary 90 with BVPs. Okay. He should be fine. Oh, M91A. He brought the big boy.
What's wrong, big boy? He's just gonna get another.
I'm not sure. What's the Marder 2 looking for? He's running right now. He's on the move.
I think he thinks the CV is more towards the back, but as we can see, it's actually right by the front.
And look, the infantry is going in golf. The smoke been deployed. The Leopard 2A4 is pushed up. The Legion are going to get into town here. Yeah, they are. Oh, but a side shot by... Oh, that's the drug into the Leopard 2A4 in the smoke gap. 2A4 gets hit again. It's down to 1 HP. Both sides losing planes at the ×2 speed. It's too crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does actually take quite a lot of casualties in that push, but if you're getting pushed in your home sector, it's not exactly good vibes.
Yeah, these are not Gucci vibes. They're very upset.
Yeah, and there's the GG and damn. Yeah, that seems about right for the KD.
Yeah, I thought that it was a little bit closer off the start. You know, I thought that Combine had kind of traded a little decently. But it really rang. It went wrong when the M84 charged to his death with the Sava.
Yeah.
After that, there was kind of no recovery.
It definitely seems a little bit over-optimistic. I mean, like you said, it is OP unit, so you do think M84, especially for the memes, that it can take on anything. But really, the M84, it's really just an anti-tank gun. You just kind of like put it in a forest and use it as a getter anti-tank gun in an actual offensive tank. That's where it really shines.
Yeah, and it just kind of feels like, Rang, when you watch like some of the rookie tournament games, we get like, you know, you get really close ones. They kind of like where they fall apart for one of the players. And you kind of just tell, I think, the longer the game went on for Combine, it was harder to continue the pace. You know what I mean? Like it's just he kept having, because you have to make, it feels like sometimes in Wargame Red Dragon, so many correct decisions when you play a 1v1. It's not nearly as forgiving as, like, let's say Steel Division 2 is. You know, the frontline mechanic, or the flag system, and you know, the maps can kind of save you a little bit more. When the ball really starts getting rolling in Red Dragon, it's really hard to stop it.
Yeah, and this is where you usually play mechanized decks, because there's
less
costs, like, because with Combine he lost a lot of very expensive units. With mechanized, you cushion it out by buying more cheaper units. So if you lose like 100-point tank, who cares? I lost a platoon of 10-point infantry. Bring out more for the meat grinder.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's why most of the games that we cast at the top, I mean, if not both players, one is playing mech.
or they want to play mech, but they're just playing general.
Yes, they're playing general and they're taking a reservist card.
Yeah.
Mech gang rules all right now.
Indeed. It really should be Moto gang.
Yes, we are on record as saying that we are pro Moto gang. Eugen, please buff them.
Please, for the love of God, for the next patch, you're going to do another, like, 4 years from now when they release Italy.
Is that you dropping some insider info right now?
Yeah, they're going to do every 5 years, just release a new Wargame DLC. That's the current roadmap. Yeah.
They need some extra money for Warno. Though I think SD2 is covering them on that front.
Yeah. Dude, by the time, like, next year, there'll probably be, like, 300 divisions in SD2, right? There'll just be every single division from 1944.
Aren't they adding 8? 8 new
They're
ones?
adding 8 new ones now. I don't even know how many's in SD2. It must be, like, 110
Look,
plus?
as a former SD2 caster, all I want to say is that the Bulgarian division that gets added is probably going to be better than like 90% of the German Panzer divisions. That tells you all you need to know about where SD2 is.
Yes, yes. And on that note, we'll leave it, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as usual,
Bye.
please, just take it easy.